Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, I will explain the introduction for chapter 10. That is chapter machinery selection. So, crop production involves sequence of operation where several machine, crop management practice, input cost and other factors get together and influence productivity, total cost as well as final net return. So next, modern crop production involves quick and correct decision coupled with high level of technical management to improve productivity, maximize production cost and to maximize profit. Optimal crops and machinery combination are essential for a successful farming system. So the selection of optimal machinery size, crop combination and cropping system is an important at the same time is complex management issue. Farm machinery costs represent high proportion of total farm costs. So it includes ownership costs which occur regardless of machine use and operating costs which vary with the machine use as well as penalties for lack of timeliness.
So for my part is ownership cost. It is also called fixed cost. Include depreciation, interest, taxes, insurance and housing facilities. Depreciation. Depreciation is a cost resulting from wear, obsolescence and age of a machine. So the formula for depreciation is purchase price minus with salvage value and divide with age. Next is interest of loan. If the operator borrows money to buy a machine, the lender will determine the interest rate to charge. So the formula for interest is purchase price plus with salvage value and divide by 2 times with interest divide by 100. Lastly is taxes and insurance. This cost usually is much smaller than depreciation and interest, but they need to be considered. A cost estimate equal to 1.0% of the purchaser's price often is used.
Housing and shelter. Housing and shelter is about providing shelter, tools and maintenance equipment for machinery will result in fewer repair in the field and less deterioration of mechanical parts and appearance of weathering. That should produce greater reliability in the field and higher trade in value, as estimated in 1.0% of the purchase price of suggested in housing cost.
Okay, so let's talk about the operating costs, which is include the repair and maintenance. From the question, we know that the repair and maintenance I get is 7% from per 100 hours. So the operating costs include repair maintenance, fuel, lubrication and labor cost. So we must total and we get the total cost per hour. So how to calculate the repair and maintenance from the question? The 7% we multiply it with 2,000 ringgit and we get the total is 140 ringgit. So that the cost 140 ringgit per year, and per hour cost how to calculate it, which is the 140 ringgit we divide it by the 100 per hours and we get the 1 ringgit and 40 cents. So that's how we calculate the operating cost that repair and maintenance.
Here we talk about operation cost. First thing first is fuel. Fuel cost can be estimated by using average fuel consumption for field operation. Those figures can be multiplied by fuel cost per liter to calculate the average fuel cost per hour. Next is lubrication. Survey indicate that total lubrication cost on most farm average about 15% of fuel cost. Therefore, once the fuel cost has been estimated, it can be multiplied by 0.15 to estimate the total lubrication cost. The last one is labor. Labor cost is also important consideration. Actual hours of labor usually exceed field machine time by 10 to 20%. Consequently, labor cost can be estimated by multiplying the labor wage rates 1.1 or 1.2. That's all for me.
Total operating cost is a compilation of total of repair, fuel, lubrication and labor costs are added to calculate total operating cost. Assumption for variable cost. Labor wage, monthly labor wage to operate farm machines are considered as higher value of 4,000 ringgit to 8,000 ringgit per month. Fuel and lubricant cost. Fuel consumption 8 liter per hour and market value is taken as ringgit Malaysia per liter. Repair and maintenance cost 8% of the first cost. After calculating or estimating all the costs, the operation cost can be determined properly. Total cost, after all costs have been estimated, the total ownership cost per hour can be added to the total operating cost per hour to calculate total cost per hour to own and operate the machine.
Okay, I will explain the question past year exam July 2019. So the cost of moldboard plow is 2,000 and useful life 10 years. So the tax and insurance 13% of remaining value. So the repairs and maintenance 7% per 100 hours. So the usage of moldboard plow 100 hectare annual for 4 years. Plowing capacity is 1.2 hectare per hour. So the first one, find the total hectare for the 4 years. So 100 times 4 and the answer is 400 hectare. So the second, find plow capacity. So how to find that is 1.2 hectare for 1 hour. So 4 hectare equal 4 divide 1.2 and times 1 hour. So we get the 330 hours. So for the 4 years equal 4 hectares and that is 313 hours. So for the 1 years then we do the annual charge. So the total charge I get for every years is, for the first years I get the total is 897 and the second years I get 398. For the years 3 I get 218 and for the 4th years I get 339. So that the total charge for the every years. Then for the last step is we search for the remaining value, that also the net book value. So how to get the remaining value is cost of plow we minus to the accumulate depreciation. So the for the year 1 we get the remaining value is 2,000 and the second years we get the remaining value for 1,418 and next for the year 3 we get the remaining value is 1,391 and the last year for the year 4 we get the remaining value is 1,308. So that's all how we get answer for the question. So thank you.